thought you knew where you were going.
No, I don't know where I'm going.
Let me go!
All right, JT, just a minute.
Do you have some directions?
I have directions.
JT.
Jasmine, I asked you to stop teasing JT.
Anybody home?
Is it left or right up here?
Hey, JT.
Jasmine.
What time are we supposed to be there? We're late. Do you want to stop the car somewhere? Go straight or right?
Airbags are saving lives. They have already prevented thousands of deaths and many thousands of serious injuries. But inflating airbags have caused a number of deaths and serious injuries to infants and small children. These can be prevented if adults know more about this risk and how to avoid it. We are all familiar with slow-motion pictures that make airbags look like soft pillows when they inflate. But remember that a crash is over in a fraction of a second, so an airbag has to inflate very fast, and the inflating bag can injure people.
If you're on top of or very close to the airbag when it begins to inflate, it can cause serious injuries. Adults as well as children can be injured, but children's lighter weight means they're at greater risk.
The risk of airbag inflation injuries to infants and children can be eliminated by following some simple guidelines about where children ride and how they are restrained.
First and foremost, never place a rear-facing infant restraint in the front seat of a vehicle with a passenger side airbag. In a crash, if the airbag inflates, it can hit the back of the restraint with enough force to seriously injure or even kill the baby. So don't do this.
With or without an airbag, the safest place for infants has always been the middle of the back seat. Make sure the baby is buckled in securely and the infant restraint is tightly secured with a safety belt. When infants outgrow their rear-facing restraints, they should graduate to forward-facing child restraints. Used properly, these provide excellent protection, but just like infant restraints, they should be placed in the back. When children get too big for their child restraints, they may use booster seats to raise them up for a better fit into an adult safety belt. Or a child may be big enough to use an adult belt without a booster. Just be sure the shoulder portion is comfortable and the lap belt fits low across the hips. Don't ever allow a child to put a shoulder belt behind the back or under the arm. And remember, the back seat is still the safest place. If a child must ride in the front seat, make sure the seat is positioned all the way back, so the child is likely to be out of the path of a passenger airbag if it inflates. And don't let a child sit forward on the edge of the seat, like some kids want to do. Even leaning forward to play with a radio or tape deck can put a child's head close to the airbag module. Never permit a child to lean forward and get close to the airbag. Parents who transport infants needing constant monitoring because of special medical conditions, or parents who often transport too many children to put them all in the back and are concerned about their ability to keep front seat passengers away from the airbag, may wish to consider getting a switch to turn the bag off. If you do get a switch, remember to turn it off when an infant or small child has to ride in the front. To help ensure your child's safety, use restraints properly and follow these simple precautions every time you put a child in a vehicle. This is important, even if you're only going a few blocks. And remember, the safest place for infants and children has always been the back seat. For more information, write to Kids and Airbags, P.O. Box 1420, Arlington, Virginia, 22210.